Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled week of the Grumpy Vlogger Live. So, how do everybody in the chat, guys? Welcome to the show tonight. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
let me start. Let me say hi to everyone before we get started. So we got.
Let's do that.
Let me see. Let me get up here to the top. So, okay, we got. Let me get my mic over here. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, that might work.
USA Drone Flyer, Captain Joe America, Jody, Drone Shots. We got Mudball Don. We got Art. We got me. We got Dustin, One Vision Aerial, and we got Mel, and we got Grant. And that looks like it for right now. So, anyways, yeah. So, if any of you guys watched Uncle Bill's, not Saturday, but the Saturday before, I talked about I was smoking a pipe, and Mark R. White says, "Oh, you got to try the buttered rum." And so Mill asked for my address to send me something that, he's going to send me some propellers that he had left over. But ended up, he also sent, he didn't, I don't know if those are coming or not, but he did send me a 9-ounce bag, 255 grams of Virginia Gold buttered rum. That's a lot of tobacco. So, and I haven't tried it. It just came in this afternoon, but I am going to try it though. I'm going to, I got my pipe already loaded. So,
okay.
Been waiting to see what this is going to taste like. So we'll find out if I,
Jamie.
It'll be a hot buttered rum.
Oh my God. Holy shit. That is good. Just the first puff is delicious. Oh my God. That is good. That's delicious. Wow. I look forward to smoking that out. I've just found my new favorite. Oh my God. That's
you can smell it now.
That was a good recommendation. Uncle Bill, thank you. If you're watching or if you come in later, I'll thank you then. But
I'm surprised he's not here.
Well, he may have had to work late tonight too. He's been having to lately. Oh my God, that is And Mark had recommended the buttered rum, and it is well worth it. And it's got a real pleasant. It's not an aromatic necessarily. It's a black Cavendish, is what it is. Which I don't know what that means. That's what's on the fucking bag. I talk like I know what this shit is. It's just another tobacco. And but oh my God, it's got a really good flavor. I mean, it's just yeah. Well, I'll set that over here in my fancy little pipe stand that I made with the help of Mel.
How many, speaking of that, making stuff, how many of you guys have seen a 4-inch tall ruby?
Can't say that I have. Well,
would you like to?
Yeah, let's see a 4-inch tall ruby.
Sure.
Let me put.
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
Interesting. Now, I'm going to try something that I just got the idea to do.
Cool.
Yeah, that looks good. That's going to look good.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lloyd?
Yeah, I like it.
Will that work?
That'll work. That will work.
That's the ruby.
Okay.
Here's the emerald.
Oh yeah.
I want Dustin. I want.
That almost washes out with
almost
this much
washes
light.
out. Yeah.
Maybe if I get back the light away from it a little bit, that's better.
Right. Yeah.
And then, what's yellow? Amethyst?
Amethyst, yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Or this is orange.
No. Amethyst is purple. You'd be like amber.
Okay.
Yellow is amber.
You want
amber.
purple? I got that. So there's the purple one. And then Here's the yellow one.
Yellow one. That would be citrine.
Citrine.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Which is my birthstone, I think.
Ah,
But
okay.
anyway, that's
Yeah.
all 6 of them.
And I've got one here at the house that is clear because I happen to have some clear. What happened was those
Yeah,
that's the stone that fits inside of the staff, okay,
Right.
for the Gandalf staff.
Mhm.
And I had been printing them just with like a 15% or 20% infill on the inside of it, but you had to lay it on its side to and it had to put supports in it because it's obviously an odd shaped. And
so
Mel
when
and
you
I were
print it
talking.
like this, it gets support, goes all the way up here, and
Yeah, you
kind of
get
messes up the surface a little
the
bit.
surface. So Mel says, "You ever tried that spiral? There's a mode you can click on there, spiral." No, I never tried it. So
It's called vase mode. Yep.
vase mode, yeah. And all that is just one continuous single layer all the way to the top. It's very flexible, but it's very good at shining light up through it. And it's kind of a soft, but it works perfect in it. So he had more color. He had a lot of colors. I only had the one. So we were both making them at the same time and just impressed at how much faster it prints. Compared to the way we were doing it. And it's like, that is absolutely. And I got these little lights that I put up in there, and you just screw them on. I got a hole up in the top of the staff and just drop it down in there and it holds it up. So, and then of course, my pipe stand that Mel and I I had Grant actually given me the original idea. Well, I had the idea of the pipe stand, then he gave me the idea of what to do with it. So then I
Hey, everybody in chat.
And let's see, anybody else? Oh, Stephen is here. And
Yeah, we
Steve
got
Jones
quite
is
a
here.
few
Mark
people
White.
joined in.
Hello.
Okay. And Steve
And Cool
Jeanette.
Cat.
We got 3 Steves on tonight. Wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I've modded it and I did a couple goof ups and I was low on black and didn't feel like changing it out. But so this is my pipe stand.
Oh, cool.
It's got
Very nice.
Grumpy Vlogger. It's got the logo on there, and
Mhm.
those collars, Mel made them and made just one and sent it to me and sent me the file. And then I was able to add them into the other, and they're
Cool.
just perfect,
They're print in place rotating collars, so that
they
when
just
he puts
rotate
the
around.
pipe in the open slot, he can rotate it and close that slot up.
Yeah,
and then the pipe can't fall out.
I won't accidentally fall out when I'm getting another one. Anyways, yeah. So
OVA, good
and
to
Mark,
see you too.
Mark, I want to thank you for the recommendation. The other night a week ago Saturday, you was talking about, and this is the buttered rum that Bill ordered for me. That is a big bag of buttered rum, but let me tell you, oh my God, it's good.
Mhm.
It's got a great flavor and a great smell to it too. It doesn't smell bad. So
Oh.
I was sitting there talking, it went out.
Mhm.
Can't sit here and smoke the whole show, but anyways, so let's start out. Art, what's the weather like in Colorado today?
It is cold and cloudy and with chance of rain
Mm-hmm.
for the next few days.
We got that coming in on Wednesday. It's been chilly here for 2 to 3 days.
Today was nice.
Yeah, it was nice today.
Hi, John.
It was nice. It was like in the low 70s today. So James had to get out, and I got out for a little bit. We did some shopping and went out to dinner together. And he goes Wednesday to see his neurosurgeon and hopefully gets his neck brace off, at least not have to wear it 24/7. So
that'd be good.
Yeah. And then he's caught a cold, and so his voice is just shot because had a little, they worked around those vocal cords anyways, and then it ended up coming down with something. So it's like he's kind of miserable right now. But yeah, hopefully they told him he had to wear it for 2 weeks or definitely for 2 weeks. What do we got there? Oh yeah, let me show this.
Yeah, if you can show that, that's going to be the new three conservative gimps thumbnail.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that looks like our Charles and Lloyd, but who the hell's that other guy?
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah, I
sure as
think
shit
somebody
don't look
fudged
like
with
ours.
that. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. Somebody made theirs look a little, and make me and Charles look like a couple grumpy old guys, and there he is with his. Yeah, I think somebody
Well,
lied to the AI when they had that one made.
I grabbed them from Uncle Bill's show, and that was the best I could get. And Charles always has his hand on his face, so that's why that looks like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a picture without him touching his face. So,
That's not a bad looking picture of me.
yeah.
Yeah, I
looks
think it
like
sums
me.
you up pretty well.
It pretty well does, doesn't it? Yeah.
And
a
that's
grumpy
an
old
old.
hippie.
Especially the little crab logo on the hat.
That's what yeah.
Yeah. I was that logo was that was Kenny from Plays It Here. That was his hat I was wearing. So that's where the colors came from. But yeah, that crab works perfect. Yeah. So, awesome.
That turned out pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. So but anyways, yeah. So I want to thank you, Mark, for the recommendation on this this rum, this buttered rum, because it is it's got a good smell and a good flavor to it. Yeah.
Good. Glad to
Good
hear
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
I
And
have
I'm down to less than a pack of cigarettes a day now.
and I quit cold turkey.
Yeah.
This coming Saturday will be. Let's see.
3
Last
weeks.
Saturday I think was 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
I
2
can't
weeks.
remember. 2 weeks.
I think
Yeah.
it's been 2 weeks, and it's been 3 weeks since I quit coffee. So I quit coffee, and a week later I quit cigarettes.
Wow.
Just quit.
How in the hell does Tammy put up with you? If I did that, nobody could stand me.
Well, I spend a lot of time out in the shop.
Okay.
Speaking of time in the shop, I got a question for all you FPV guys. All you FPV guys that know all about this video and digital and VTX and camera and onboard recording and all that stuff. I know that DJI has had several renditions of digital, and they've improved it, and they've gotten better over the last 2 or 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
I need an onboard camera. I prefer digital. I have an analog camera that has a VTX built into it that I compare with my Fat Shark, my ugly fish goggles that have a DVR in them. So I can record video that way, but it's analog and it looks like crap.
Right.
Does anybody in the FPV world have an older, out-of-date digital camera DVR setup that they no longer use because they've upgraded to the newer, better stuff that they'd like to part with or donate perhaps to my mad scientist workshop that I play with all the time?
Yeah, you want to put it on one of your trucks, right?
Yeah.
There is a company that has a setup just for RC trucks and cars.
Yes, I know all about it. And you got to wear a headset, and it's, but I don't want to do it wearing a headset. I don't want to have to wear the headset. I want something that'll just record that I can pull the video off the SD card later. Kind of like putting. Now I made a mount to put inside of one of my trucks to mount the action camera to shine out over the seats and through the windshield and all that. But it's really, really hard to get the body on and off with this big monster camera in there. And it gets a little hot and the battery doesn't last very long. And, you know, all the normal things that the woes of using an action camera,
Right.
but I don't know what else to do to
Right.
accomplish what I'm after.
Nice.
But I thought some of these FPV guys that know a lot about that crap might
Yep.
be able to enlighten me or hand me down some old parts that they no longer use or something. Give me some direction of some sort. So,
And how can they get in touch with you if they want
mkrcbuilds@gmail, or they can comment on one of my 400 AGL videos or one of my MKRC videos or anything.
to? All right.
Same name, MKRC Builds, on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, email, Gmail, all of it. It's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
So if anybody can give me some information or get me started in a good direction, please write something in the chat. Okay. SOMETHING. Something.
Oh, we got Dusty. East Coast Grill.
Oh,
Dusty.
yeah. We got.
And we got
Awesome.
Brett. Eat more possum.
Yep, Brett and Cool Cat.
And we
Mike.
got John, CT Pirate.
And we got East Coast Thrills, Dusty. Yeah. So.
Yep.
All righty. Well, thanks guys for showing up to the show tonight. Let's see. I've got. Yeah, I told that joke on Bill's show the other night. I'm not going to tell that one.
Yeah.
That one's not quite for prime time. Well, let's see. Oh, here you go. Here you go. This one's actually for Dominic. What's the difference between a French kiss and an Aussie kiss? An Aussie kiss is down under.
I can't.
And you know who told me that joke? Greg Osby. His wife told it to me.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah.
Art, I got one for you.
Okay.
What's the difference between a fox and a dog?
Fox and a dog.
What's the difference between a fox and a dog?
I can see
Well,
what's coming here.
You don't need a bag over the head on a dog.
No,
You do.
no.
Yeah. Tell us.
The difference between a fox and a dog's about a 6-pack.
Yeah, that's right. That's where I thought it was going. Yeah. Hey, Bill.
Okay. We got Bill, Coast Drones.
I'll
Being
been there,
held,
done that.
being held captive by a colonoscopy.
Yeah,
Oh,
been there,
boy.
done that.
Uh-oh.
Colonoscopy. He's probably sitting on the John after
Bill. Yeah,
drinking.
yeah.
Go lightly.
Yeah.
Bill at Coast Jones. Welcome, Bill. Yeah, I feel for you. So anyways, this teen girl walks into a girl's bathroom and she's using the toilet. And a guy walks in.
Oh.
And he says, "It's okay. I identify as a girl." A few minutes later, the girl's dad walks in and knocks the guy's tooth out. He says, "It's okay. I identify as a tooth fairy."
Yeah, I can see where this was going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Greg told me that. Greg told me that when I busted up laughing and I hadn't put my partial in. So I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I looked like but it wasn't me. Of course, once I laughed at it, because his wife didn't think it was all that funny. But once I laughed at it, she saw my tooth miss and then she cracked up.
Hey, Philip.
Philip's lurking in the background.
Mr. Koshat, welcome.
I saw a bumper sticker that says, "Protect trans kids."
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Protect them.
The sad thing is that's not a joke.
Doctors, maybe. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Just somebody who's, not playing with the full deck. So
Yeah, that's right. That's
right.
Mm-hmm. Why not we wait until they're adults and then they could decide if they want to have
it's like And it's like that joke I told the other night about, they get, they get a month, Gay Pride Month, veterans, they
Right.
get one friggin' day. It's not even on a weekend, so they can't really do anything. You got Memorial Day, the people who died for the country. Yeah, you get a weekend because it's on Monday, so you get a 3-day weekend. Abraham Lincoln, who freed the slaves, he gets one day, and he has to share it with George Washington,
Yeah.
and who also only gets one day, the father of our country. Guaranteed, if they sucked each other's dick, they would have got a whole month.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
anyway, boy, this I took this show down the rabbit hole already. It's like,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should.
that was quick.
it didn't take long, did it?
Nope.
Sorry, guys.
You know the scary part? We
No,
all
what?
just followed you.
I know, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That
I know.
is
I kind of
true.
went down the rabbit. I didn't have anything else to talk about. What I went
Yeah.
shopping today. That's
Wood
that's my
shopping.
day.
Yeah.
I got up. That's it.
You
That's
got
always
up. Oh, that's good.
that's always a plus, especially at my
Yeah,
age.
that's right. It beats watching the grass grow from the other side.
Other side, yeah,
Yeah.
it does,
Mhm.
but
But
yeah,
then you wouldn't be watching the grass grow, wouldn't you be watching the roots spread?
Yeah.
that's it too. You're right. That's exactly
Well,
what you'd be doing.
Well,
So
then you could say, "Hey, I watch Roots."
But
yeah,
I didn't see LeVar Burton. Yeah, Kunta
you didn't see
Kinte, he
LeVar
was
Burton, yeah,
in it.
yeah. But oh my goodness, yeah. So
What
the thing
else?
is, I'm full. I'm stuffed. I had
You're
a
full.
good dinner. Yeah, I went over to Brahms and got
Ooh,
their 6-piece chicken strip. Brahms is a hamburger place. They're in
right.
dairy and ice cream store, and they sell everything.
and they
So
make their own ice cream,
yes, they
Yep.
do.
and it's really, really good.
It is real good.
And
Their milk
I dare
is
not
okay.
have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their milk is okay. I like, I get whole milk.
My joke of what identifies as
It's
hilarious.
hilarious. Yeah, cool cat, Michael. Yeah.
I do like their ice cream, though. They have good ice cream.
They do have good ice cream. I thought their milk was a little, it was
Milky.
kind of bland. Well, no, it's just a little bland. It's some milks, you taste them and they are truly a sweet milk. They've got a little, just
Too
a
much.
little, not too much sugar, but a little, just a little bit. It doesn't have to be. It's not sugar that's added. It's just the milk. It's what they're feeding. The clover or whatever they're feeding their cows makes the milk have a different taste. And Brahms, of course, their stuff is all natural, all
all
no
natural.
GMOs, nothing good. They took all the flavor out of it. And
No
still call it whole
corn.
milk.
And it's good for you. It's the way it ought to be.
Mhm.
Whatever. I've lived long enough. I don't have much left. So bolus. And I don't drink that much milk because I put it on my cereal just so that the cereal isn't dry, and then I eat
Right.
all my cereal, and then the dogs come and drink all my milk. So
Oh,
When I was a kid,
unless it's Oreos.
we had some friends that they didn't buy milk. Mom didn't buy milk at the grocery. All of the kids that were our age, and I mean, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 years old, they used water on their cereal. And that's how they were raised. So that was normal to them.
Right.
So when we put milk on our cereal, they looked at us like we were nuts,
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, we didn't. When I was in high school, we didn't. From ninth grade on, we didn't go to the store to buy milk. I
Bill
took
said
I took a
back
gallon. I
45
took a
seconds.
gallon jug with a lid on it, and I walked across the cornfield to the dairy. Went in there, and they had a big aerator, and that's all it did was aerate the milk, as it was, And I'd put the gallon jug under the spigot, or I'd leave the wash gallon jug there and grab one out of the refrigerator because he get too much, and so he just fill up gallon jugs and put it in there, and it'd be already be refrigerated. Then we'd bring it home and have to let it sit, and my mother would separate the cream off of it, and which and then she'd kind of skim the get the least amount of milk fat in it she could with but it was still delicious, and then we, like when strawberries came on or peaches came to season, we'd have fresh cream for it, and she'd have cream for whipping cream. So
did you say strawberry or strawberry?
I said strawberry.
Okay, that's I had to correct you. Yeah,
or straw. I don't know. However it comes out of my mouth.
Washington.
It's like a Washington. Yeah, strawberry.
And strawberry.
Yeah.
And sherbet.
Yeah, no, it's sherbet. That's
or sorbet. If you want to be fancy.
Or anybody from Florida,
or
is it Florida? They don't pronounce the R, like garage.
Florida. Oh my God! I've been listening to this guy. He lives in Kentucky, but he's from the Carolinas, and he's very sophisticated. I think he's a school teacher, but he's a pipe smoker, and he talks about all the different, he did a lot of stuff about tobaccos and stuff like that. And he talks like, he sort of sounds like the young Forrest Gump. He just got that sort of genteel way of, that sort of genteel way of speaking. And he's from Kentucky, which is where the kid that Tom Hanks emulated. That's the way that kid spoke naturally. And this guy's from that same area, the Appalachians, and God, I listened to him for about 10 minutes. I have to shut him off because then pretty soon I'm starting to sound just a little bit like him, and it just drives me nuts.
It just drives you nuts.
But I might use it for one of my dummies.
Your dummies?
Yeah, one of my dummies.
Well, you've got to get a little more bass in there though, and make it actually sound like Forrest Gump.
Well, no, I'm not trying to sound like Forrest Gump. It's just this is the way this guy talks naturally, and it's reminiscent of Forrest Gump. Now, if I do a dummy voice, it's going to have to be a higher voice because I can't do a bass voice.
Oh, okay.
You can't do it.
Well, I can do a bass voice, but I can't do it without moving my lips. Damn it! I wish I.
Well, come on, Pepper. Come on.
Well, I tell you what, Bill. This is now, mind you, this is not. But this stuff here, this is what Uncle Bill got me, and it's Virginia Gold buttered rum, and there's your kitty cat.
Yeah,
that's
Pepper.
Pepper. Yes,
Dr. Pepper. Yep,
Dr. Pepper. But yeah, this is.
He's bugging me because he wants to go outside, and at this time of night, I don't let him out.
Right. You don't want him out there tomcatting around.
Yeah, I just don't want to. When I get ready to settle in for the evening, I don't want to have to sit out there waiting for him.
That's true.
But I've seen some videos on TikTok where they play these sounds that will attract a cat, and supposedly they're sounds that a cat makes that it's supposed to call other cats to come to them.
Right.
And when I can't get him to come around, stand out there calling for him for 15 minutes, I'll go back in there and sit down on the chair there. You know where I'm sitting, Lloyd, in the back porch. And I'll open up TikTok and I'll play one of them sounds. And by God, within a minute, he'll be back there on the back porch. It's crazy. They actually work.
Are you sharing another one?
No, I'm trying to find the one that I shared with Bill. You know what? Hold on.
But
buttered
thanks
rum.
Again, Mark
Bill.
White, for recommending this. So, speaking of Uncle Bill, there we are. Hey, Uncle Bill.
Hey.
He made it.
What are you looking for?
Hey, Bill.
The thumbnail you made?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show it.
There we go.
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. You got it.
The Don and Lon show.
What are you saying? Did they take over?
But Bill, thank you. I can't
Hi, Steve.
thank you enough.
Is it good?
Oh, it's delicious.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's
I
a
didn't
bad
even
thing
try
because you're
it
going
till
to
the
smoke too
show.
much now.
Do what?
That's a bad thing. You're going to smoke too much now.
No, I'll still take the same amount of time. I won't smoke as much. I won't
Bill?
smoke that much.
All right.
That'll last me for a while, guaranteed.
After this live post to the YouTube, on the repost,
Yeah.
you need to go back and watch, because that was about the very first thing that happened. Was he lit that stuff up, and you could have swore he was having an orgasm.
It is good, Bill. I mean, it's just like
It sounded good. It sounded like I'd want to eat it.
Well, and it's got a good aroma to it, and it's just the whole thing is just it's just real enjoyable.
A
And,
pleasure.
I
Life's
absolutely thank you, Bill. I really appreciate it.
Might have come from one of Al Gore's tobacco farms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might have. It's a Black Cavendish. It's Virginia Gold buttered rum.
Yeah, I forgot I bought that. Good. I'm glad you like it.
I do. Yeah, I just came in today. Matter of fact, came in just my son and I were getting ready. I went out and checked the mail and brought it in and set it down. Then he came over and we went out and got. So I didn't open it until we got back, and I like, wow, that's. And so I went ahead and opened it to smell it, and it's like, oh, that's got good smell to it. And then I packed my pipe for when the show started. And right after the show started, I lit it, and it's like, wow, it's just got a good.
Well, I find like if I find different flavors of this thing, and
right.
If I like one too much, then I'm just chain vaping. You know what I mean? And it's not,
yeah.
You should only like it. If you love it, it's a problem.
Yeah. Well, it's a great smell. It's a great, and it doesn't really you don't have to draw on it real hard to get the flavor out of it. It's just a light, a little puff, and it's
You're making me want to start smoking pipes now.
Yeah.
I used to like a good cigar.
Well, yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
This is my newest addition. Just a small one, but yeah.
About
Sherlock Holmes kind of thing.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, it's more of an English style pipe. But
I used to have a big humidor on the truck that would hold 100 cigars.
Wow. Was there ever a reason for you to need 100 cigars? Like you take it to a tailgate and your team wins?
Well,
cigars for everyone.
Well, no, it was just that being out on the road 6 months at a time, it was sometimes hard to get cigars.
That makes sense.
So I would order them a month before I would go home, and then they'd be there when I get there, because I'd only be there for a week. When I was trucking, Bill, I saw my house twice a year for 2 weeks at a time.
Was your wife in it?
Nope.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. Yeah, and
hello, Gene. Welcome.
I would shut it down and drain all the water lines in the winter and shut everything off and not even bother going home in the wintertime. I'd get all my loads going to California and Florida and Texas and stay down south.
A lot of snowbird on wheels.
Yep. Lloyd saw my truck. It was like a rolling apartment.
It was, yeah.
I used to manage truck stops. I've seen a lot of those. Plus, my dad drove forever. Retired a truck driver.
Yeah, so I had one of them that had the shower and the sink and cooktop and refrigerator.
Oh, you had a shower. Now that's pretty.
I had the shower in the bathroom and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. It had everything my RV did.
Instead of a little bunk, a little 32-inch wide mattress, I had a regular full-size mattress.
Wow.
And a dinette booth that would seat 4 people.
I've seen extended cabs but I never saw water. I saw, where they had like little kitchen area, with a microwave and, they had some room to prevent a little refrigerator and stuff, but I've never seen one with a shower. That's pretty.
I wonder if I can find a picture to share.
I don't know if you have any or not.
I do. I just don't know where the hell they're at.
Where they're at? Yeah.
Maybe it's in the folder truck. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to search
semi.
on PC and see because
It's in the folder named
as
up yours, Art.
Yeah.
oh yeah, Jody saw my big truck.
Yeah, the Flying Hilton. Jody seen it. Yeah. I've got a picture. Let's see if I can.
Flying Eagle Hilton.
Yeah, Flying Eagle Hilton. Yeah. It had a big eagle on the side of it. It was a
both
cool
sides.
Looking, yeah, both. Well, yeah.
And I had the Second Amendment on the back wall.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
That would give somebody a second to pause. If they're coming. Yeah. He's armed.
Yeah. It was enough to make you stop and think. It was a nice rig. First time I met Mel, he was. Where the hell did I meet you at the first time? Was
that truck stop on the north side of Muskogee?
Oh yeah, the Leaping Frog truck stop. Yeah. Yeah, I got.
Hey, Brenda. Hi, hi, Steve. Hi, Jody.
Hey, Brenda.
Hi, Mike.
Well, hey, Brenda. Welcome. Yeah,
Gene. All you guys. Bill.
Yeah, Bill said he's being held hostage by a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
So he must be getting ready to do a prep for tomorrow's.
Yeah.
Silly Scope.
Oh, happy. Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. May 5th.
Yeah. Or Cinco de Mayo.
Yesterday was May the 4th be with you.
Yep.
Today is Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah, Revenge of the 5th. Yeah.
We had a guy come in dressed up for Star Wars with the May the 4th be with you on his shirt. Yeah. I was told. I wasn't there.
You weren't there? Oh, yeah, it was yesterday.
Jim, how are you?
Jim Shine, welcome.
Yeah, hey, Brenda.
Jim.
You think I can find that picture when I want to show it, Mel? I can't.
I could go back to 400 AGL and find some videos with my
right
truck in it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
But I've got a picture somewhere where I was sitting in the driver's seat and I turned around and I put my phone right between the two seats and took a picture back into the sleeper.
Oh, yeah.
From the cab so that you could see the whole 13 feet of sleeper back there. And I can't seem to find that photograph.
Well, it's like I have one of you and I standing outside of it.
Yeah.
And it pops up in my feed every so often, just out of.
Yeah, it did, Jody. I had a 3D printer in there too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And my desktop PC and roaming internet. I had Verizon internet. I had an antenna on the roof, so I had a router in the truck. I had Ethernet and Wi-Fi on the truck.
Yeah, you had it all. You had everything rigged. Because that's where you did your shows from.
Yep, that's where I started. Yep.
Yeah.
Did you have satellite?
Yep, I had satellite TV. In fact,
of course you did.
My satellite dish was in a dome, and DirecTV sends a pulse signal with their TV signal, and this Kingdome was designed to pick up that pulse.
Yeah.
And the Kingdome satellite dish had gyros in it that would track and lock onto that signal. So going down the road, I had satellite TV.
That's safe.
Making corners and, well, I couldn't see it, but when Tammy'd go with me, she could sit in the back and watch TV going down the road.
That's cool. She could have streamed too, though.
Yeah. So how'd your day go, Bill?
It was slow, very slow today. Kids are still in school.
Yeah.
I'm still amazed at people. I mean, the Kids Bowl free program started again. Oh, God, I hate it. It's amazing to me though. At 12 o'clock, woman walks in with kids. They, why aren't they in school? And you just wonder. And sometimes they'll tell you, it's his birthday. So you're teaching him that it's a treat to skip school for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
School sucks. Let's take a day off.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Lloyd, I'm sharing a picture.
Oh, yeesh.
I've done something to the seat of my mouth. I can't get it. There we go.
Oh, boy.
So the truck on the far right with the blue fenders, that was Nick's truck, the guy that taught me how to drive in 1988. His sleeper was 120 inch. Mine's in the middle there, the Flying Eagle Hilton. I had a 156 inch sleeper. And that red one is a 200 inch. Wow. And then you can't see it, but that third window on the side of it there, about a foot behind that window is where the back wall of the sleeper actually is. And there's a big door on the side. And that guy had one of those ramps that power out of the back of your pickup truck. And he had his full dress Harley loaded back there.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So he could park his Harley on the platform and then load it up in the back of the sleeper there. And so
sure, while he's waiting for a load, he can jump on the Harley and do his thing.
He's leased to, I think he's still on the road, him and his wife. They're leased to Southern Pride. They haul nothing but jet engines for the airlines, Lockheed and all them.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So they rarely have anything more than just one jet engine on their trailer. But when they go, they got to go like a jet.
Yeah.
But yeah,
right.
So that's one picture that I found. I'm still looking for a couple others.
I'm surprised more drivers didn't have like a little rack on the back and keep like a scooter back there or something, because they're not confined to just the stores and the truck stops,
Most guys are company drivers, so the companies won't allow them to do that kind of stuff.
Well, and there's plenty of independents out there.
Owner operators are a different story, and it just depends on what their company will let them do on the truck. I was a contractor. I was leased onto a company, so I could do whatever I wanted.
Right.
Just like the guy that bought my truck worked for United Van Lines, and when he took my truck over, United made him take the mural off the side and the 2A off the back. They wouldn't let him have that stuff. My company didn't care.
Why should they?
Right.
All they should care about is whether you're on time or not.
Yeah. But I was hauling X-ray equipment for GE Healthcare. I was dedicated to GE, so I put $12 million worth of nuclear imaging camera in my trailer. They want it there on time when they want it, and they don't want no excuses for why you're not there.
Yep.
Hey, Lee.
Hey, Lee. Welcome.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up. They say
it's in the folder Lot Lizards. Yeah, nice try there, 1V.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're doing pretty good. You got 20 in there. You got 20 watching, Lloyd.
Yeah. You're 21 now is what.
Speaking of lot lizards, OVA, you know what they call a lot lizard that carries their own mattress?
What?
An owner-operator.
Yeah.
Owner-op. Yeah, there you go.
Let's see if the search found anything more. Oh, it's still searching. I bet if I was to plug in my external hard drive, I'd find something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably would. So, but yeah, that's an enjoyable tobacco, Bill.
Good.
Very good. Yeah, very nice.
Good.
Oh, it's got a good smell to it too. So,
Mm-hmm.
Spent my day off yesterday working on the bike, the scoot. Yep.
Oh,
And
did you?
yeah, but tell you what, that oil was so black. Whoever had it last wasn't taking care of it. Not only was that oil black, but the air cleaner, and you got to take the cowling off the bottom, at least off the bottom, to get to it. So I guess he was lazy, because that was the worst air filter I have ever seen. It looked like they used it to clean the floor of a garage. It was full of grease.
Ugh.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I cleaned it, but that's not good. I ordered one. You know, you shouldn't clean paper element, but I figured better nothing. Because really, you're just sending that in. But
Yeah, this is one Josh and a bunch of them are doing in September. So
I'll see you in September. Yeah, but anyway, I took a fuel line off because it was weeping up at the top. And I said, well, and I cut it back, and then it got worse. And when I discovered the whole inside of the line was dry rotted, there was cracks. So it didn't matter. It didn't matter. You had it on nice and snug. It'd still leak. It's like, son of a gun, on a Sunday trying to find metric hoses.
yeah,
I got close. It was supposed to be 5.5 millimeter. The third store I went to had 5.6. It was actually 7/16, but it also said 5.6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though it's slightly bigger, I'd rather slightly smaller. It went on nice, and the clamp held it nice. I bought a better clamp than just a spring clamp. I bought an actual clamp.
Right.
Yeah. And it was fine. You know, it didn't leak. I'm going to replace it anyway. I ordered. It just came today. I took it out. The right stuff. You know, but yeah, I wasted that money yesterday. But yeah, I'm going to do a lot to it. Yeah, the fuel lines are all hard. Because I only replaced the one. There's more, and I'm going to have to find out what size those vacuum lines are, because I think I'm going to replace them all.
And that's on the scooter.
But here's what happened. I thought I might have to clean the carb out, but I was trying not to. It said maybe the backfire, because it pops on diesel. That means it's lean, or you got a leaky exhaust, and they're known. The gasket that they have is known to over time leak. So I guarantee you, this guy never replaced it. So I have one of those. But after I ran it around and did all this, instead of getting better, it got worse. It's now all of a sudden, it's dumping fuel out the overflow.
Oh.
So quite a bit, which means, it's like it's going right from the electric fuel pump into the car and right out again on the ground. It's like, son of a. So that tells you that typically what that tells you is that your float valve isn't seating. It's just filling the carb completely up, and then it just goes out to overflow. Yeah. So I guess I have no choice. It has to come out tomorrow, clean it out.
Oh, wow.
That picture was taken from right between the driver's seats in my truck. So on the left, the black thing there, that's the curtain hanging there that you pull to shut the sleeper off from the cab. On the right, the wood door is the shower door. Then all the controls and thermostat for the AC and heat and all that stuff. Then the refrigerator above that's convection microwave, then storage all the way around the top cabinets. Underneath the top cabinets all had LED lighting in them. On the left is the sink, the 2-burner cooktop, and the coffee maker, and storage underneath there, and underneath the sink, and directly under the sink, that white area there with all the little buttons, that's all the controls for the water pump and generator and all that stuff. Against the back wall, the bed is folded up against the back wall, so when you fold the bed down, that's a regular full-size mattress. And the dinette booth folds with it, so it just kind of automatically goes away when you fold the bed down or lift the bed up. But that was
see, that's more than a sleeper. That's a camper.
Exactly.
Well, it is. It was built just like campers are built. Yeah. So there I am at a truck stop in Utah, or maybe Idaho. I can't remember where this TA was at now.
It's quite the wheelbase you got on that.
320-inch wheelbase. Yep. And 156-inch sleeper. The sleeper actually stops where the eagle image stops. That the white part behind that is just air pins, air deflector. And you can see on the top, you can see my King Dome, the black, that's the King Dome. The gray thing there, that was my Verizon internet antenna. Side door had a screen door on it. We almost never got in and out of the truck through the cab doors. We always just went in and out through the RV.
Yeah, it looks easy. Looks easier.
Yeah.
My first big sleeper truck was 132 inch, and it had steps right behind the rear fuel tank that you would go up on the back porch and go in the back door of the sleeper, and the bed was on the side instead of the back wall. That one was okay. It was quite a bit smaller, but the thing that I didn't like about it the most was in the wintertime, those steps in that back porch area were very treacherous. With this truck, you shut the door, the steps and everything are inside, so they're out of the weather. They didn't get covered with ice and snow and things like that. But I found the folder, Lloyd. It was, and there's a better picture of the three of our trucks side by side.
And hello, Josh. I just saw that you'd come in, so.
I drove a little bit for CRST. I did it for a month, and I said, not for me.
CRST owns this company now, STI. It's no longer called STI. They bought it out about 2016 or so, somewhere in there.
Well, they paid for my school to get the license and all that, and so I was supposed to work for them for a year, and I didn't. But they never came after me for the money. So, I mean, I spent the month with this crazy woman as my trainer.
Yeah,
she was insane. Apparently, driving since before power steering on the trucks, and she was a big burly thing.
I was going to say she had big forearms.
Oh, she was a big girl. Yeah, she was a big crazy woman. She one of the first things she did was show me the tattoo on her breast of Yosemite Sam flying on a purple Pegasus. She was so proud of it.
Purple Pegasus.
So proud of that.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite pictures of my truck. That was taken behind the Walmart in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
And the next thing she showed me was the book and the real book.
Yep. There was a time when I ran 3 books. That's my buddy Nick's truck. That was that third truck in that other picture.
Right.
With the 120-inch sleeper.
Got a text from Alexis, and she I guess it was yesterday she told me her husband finally said, I'm kind of hungry, and actually was able to eat yesterday. Ooh. So they're trying to get his strength built up. They're going to go in and try and do another one of those type of endoscopies. Yeah, endoscopes. Or if they can't do that, then they'll do a needle biopsy, but they want to make sure he's got his strength up, because they can't really give her they can't give him 100. They're working on the assumption that it. What was that? Oh, must be Dominic.
Oh, it was Dominic.
But anyways, working on the on the premise that it's the pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
And she went back and watched the show from Saturday night, and she called me on. I said prostate. I don't know why I did that, because I knew better. I corrected myself after somebody pointed it out. I said it without even thinking.
It's because you were probably looking right at me when you said it.
Well, and that's the thing. That's probably what went through my mind, because I knew you just had it, and have it, had it.
Don't have it.
Don't have. Well, it's like,
I have one less organ than you do.
Yeah. Well, it's like we always said, you're never cancer free, but you are in remission.
Mm-hmm.
You'll always, if you look at it that way, that's what our doctor. So that's what the oncologist says. He says, I don't use cancer free. He says, because that's kind of a misleading. He says, because once the cancer cells are there, he says, they're inactive or they're in remission, but you know.
When I started hauling the nuclear cameras that they do the cancer treatments with, I
Right.
learned that everybody has cancer cells, period.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Right.
they all do.
They just can't figure out what sets them off and makes
What
them
sets
start
them off?
growing.
Yeah.
What triggers them? Yeah.
Yeah, what triggers them? That's it.
Well, maybe overuse. It was my prostate gland. You know.
Yeah.
I could have been me. I could have rubbed my way to
Infinity.
incontinence.
Yeah. I told you. I told my kids, my boys, when they became adults and were getting ready to get married. I said, "Now remember this, guys." I said, "You are only allotted so many orgasms per life. Don't waste them all in your young days. Save a few up for when you get old because you'll need them then too." Sorry,
I didn't see that coming, and I almost spit tea all over.
Yeah, that's what she said.
and they're like, "Dad," I said, "Well, you know, your mom and I got married," and I said, "I think we used all ours up early."
Lloyd did too, because I hear it says it'll make you go blind, and he's obviously wearing glasses. So
Yeah.
And this was after having eye surgery.
Yeah. I did have eye surgery.
I did too.
Yeah.
I got LASIK.
Yeah, well,
Love it.
I did it poor man's way. I had the knife.
Ah,
They went in and sliced it, and used a little suction thing
are
on
you
it.
okay, Bill? You look a little peckish.
Just tired.
Tired? Yeah.
Long day. I just got home.
Yeah.
I figured you did.
Mhm.
I figured you got home. I was hoping you'd come in because I really wanted to thank you. I'm really going to enjoy this bike.
Yeah.
I'm
Are you
glad.
going to enjoy
You've
that?
got to go watch the beginning of the show, Bill. You really
Yeah.
do.
I will.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like on Lord of the Rings at
Yeah.
Radagast. Yeah, I'm watching. Thanks, Bill. Anyways, Radagast the Brown, the guy that has the bird poop in his nest in his hair, he takes a toke off of Gandalf's pipe, and his eyes cross and they roll back his head. That's sort of like I was when I took a hit off this Virginia Gold butter drum. So it's like, okay, I can see why, you know. But anyways, yeah, and for those people that are interested in drone stuff, and notice we haven't even mentioned any today or any coming out because I'm not buying any, so I'm not worried.
Well, we did mention drone stuff a little bit. I talked about FPV stuff.
Oh, you did, yeah. You
Very
brought
little
that up,
bit.
yeah.
Very little bit.
Yeah.
Very
But
little.
if you want to get some real information, go watch Drone Nation.
Drone Nation.
In about 2 minutes, they'll be showing up, and if you subscribe, go to them, and they'll. And I think there's a link in the description of this show. I think I still got one in there for that. But so you'll get some good drone information there. And don't forget on Wednesday nights, I don't know if you're having it this Wednesday or not, but Coast to Coast Drones at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Mountain, and 5:30 Pacific Time. Isn't it amazing? I just, you know.
Yeah.
You subtracted and added one just like that.
I know. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, yeah.
It is fabulous. That pipe tobacco is making you sharp in your old age.
It is. It's making, yeah. It's you know, making me wiser in my old age. Yeah, I know, bullshit, right? Yeah.
Real wise guy.
Well, yeah, I am wise. A wise ass. Yeah.
You still think you'll make it down tomorrow? Make it over tomorrow, or is it going to be still going to come over tomorrow?
Well, I'm planning on it.
Okay.
Currently.
Well, just let me know because she works tomorrow, so at 2 I'll have to go get her.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If I don't make it there tomorrow, it may. What day is she off?
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Okay. I'll probably, if it's not pouring down rain those 3 days, I'll try to make it one of those 3 days because I may have to because they're talking about rain coming in on Wednesday, but we need to mow our lawn, and James is still wearing a neck brace, and I got to take him to the doctor. I got to drive up to Tulsa with him on Wednesdays, so he goes up and sees his neurosurgeon.
Oh, well, then you
And
better come
hopefully-
over here tomorrow, because otherwise it's going to be raining later in the week.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's my plan. But I may have to end up mowing our yards tomorrow because he may not be able to do it. He's going to try, but so I'll, and it depends if I get up in time, it's like, I was chatting with Alexis like at 4:00 this morning. I said, shouldn't you be asleep? She says, she wrote back, God, I thought did I wake you? I said, nope, I was already awake. So my sleep, but yeah.
8:01.
8:01. So folks,
8:01.
the fun and frivolity has just about ended on this wonderful show of mine. I appreciate everybody that comes into the panel and everybody that comes in and watches my show. And don't forget, Art does his show on Saturdays. We have the 3 Conservative Gimps on Thursdays. You do it on Fridays.
Art doesn't have a show on Saturday.
No, he doesn't, but Uncle Bill does.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep,
Our show is on Friday.
Fridays, yeah. It was Saturdays for so long, I forget, but yeah. And
Bill's show, also known as the Don and Lon show,
is on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central, and you guys can figure the rest of it out yourself. And Art's show is at Thursday night. It's at 7:00 Central.
Right.
And that's the 3 Conservative Gimps, where we'll talk about conservative politics and whatever the hell else we feel like. And then Friday nights, Art does his show in which they talk about whatever the hell they feel like.
Yep.
And then come back again on Monday. And like I said, don't forget Coast to Coast Drones at 7:30 Central Time on Wednesday if he's doing his show. So,
yep.
But anyways, everybody have a wonderful week. Everybody's yawning, including me. I've been trying to hide it, but so I'm going to say goodbye to y'all. And
wait! Before you go,
yes,
real quick, I want to share something that Jim Beauchart sent me. Now this is a video from one of our drone meetups. It's a couple of years ago because I could tell from the shirt I'm wearing. But here, let me present this. Beep, share screen. Window, this guy. Share.
Yeah. Sunny
and Sunny.
There I am. You ready? Look who showed up for the drone meetup.
Oh, it's Jesus.
Yeah, I turned sideways. Look what it did to my chin. The AI did to my chin. Look at that shit, man. My chin just juts out there. I look like a can opener.
Yeah, you look like Ken Hearing.
Oh, that is actually, it looks a little bit like TJ. It's with that nose, it's like TJ.
Yeah, I don't know. I got that chin. That's like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing that
it is amazing. Yeah.
It had figured out what I would look like sideways, which it didn't quite get it, but that's okay.
Close,
yeah. Yeah, I don't have a part like that, or
that's kind of it's kind of scary,
Yeah. Look how tall Jesus is. Holy shit, I'm 6'2". He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Well, he's got those.
Well, look at the size of his hands too.
Sandals.
Well, mine are pretty big too. Look at it. Choppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some big hands. Yeah, he'd knock the shit right out of him. Yeah. But he wants
Wait a minute. What happened to your glass? Then it disappeared. What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at the
he made look at that. He made
yeah.
Wow.
God says, don't be drinking beer, Bill. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty cool though. You're right, though. Look, it disappeared. And what happened to my ring? I think it got bigger. Hold on. Yeah, what happened? I got 2 rings.
Yeah.
I've only got the wedding band, right? And look at the wedding band. Look.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Now you got
Yeah, yeah. I got a World Series. I got a World Series ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's your
still,
pontificate ring.
it's
And an
pretty-
extra finger. That's the whole idea.
How
You
did they
only
get
got
the?
three.
How did they get the logo?
See, when you're holding the glass, you've only got 3 fingers. And then boom, 4 fingers and
Oh
a new
yeah,
ring.
yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Why do I only have
Almost looks
4
like a-
fingers?
Well, I wonder how much more we could find if we really studied this video
Yeah.
for a
It
while.
got my
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
It got my
Bring it
watch
to
the
the
whole
next
way.
hour.
That is my
Yeah.
watch. It did a pretty good job with that logo. How did it even see that from the side like that?
right. Yeah.
I've seen a video the other day where
My
some
nipples
of
are
these
extra
guys
pointy.
were testing one of those AI robots, and it went
Right.
berserk and started
Oh
attacking
yeah, I saw that.
the people that were running it.
Yeah, it
Right.
was like swinging its arms all around, like danger, Will Robinson, danger,
Yeah.
danger.
Well, with that,
It's a
said,
miracle.
Doc,
There's a tooth that's missing that's actually in the picture.
Yeah.
Ghost tooth.
ghost tooth. Well, if you're going to be in front of him, they want he you should
Yeah,
obviously be
yeah, but you
perfect.
see what happens? I got Ken Herron here. When I turn sideways,
Yeah.
that's Ken Herron.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, folks, you guys have a safe week this week, a good week. Take care, and we'll see you guys back here next Monday night. So that's it. I'm going to end it. If you guys want to hang out for a few minutes, I'll pop you back in after this is after the end the stream. So here we go.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.